Hello and welcome to Future Simple Friday Live, Episode 7, I think.
Sounds about right.
Sounds right-ish. Anyway, welcome and happy St Andrew's Day. Because it is St Andrew's Day, we have our very own St Andrew.
Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Yeah. Andrew Johnson from many... I don't even know what to say you're from now because you've got Cuckoo, Relax, Change, Create, you've got your apps... You've got all sorts.
I do. Jack of all trades and at the moment master of none. So
I think a few people would disagree with you on that one. You may notice that we are one man down today. Adam is graduating, so congratulations to Adam. He is off getting his master's. Well, he's got his master's degree. He's just getting the thing that you get handed over and wearing the cap and gown.
Yeah, graduation.
Yeah,
that
thing. So I'm sure he is rather merry right now, I'm sure. So not being involved in our questions, but he will be back next week. So let's get started. We have our series of questions. Once again, we'll shuffle them up, set the timer for 10 minutes, and I will remember to press start this week because I forgot last week, and see where they take us. So, do you want to go first?
Go on. Have you looked after yourself this week? Yes, I have. I've been doing a lot more meditation this week.
More than usual?
More than usual because there's a lot more than usual going on. So I'm taking some time to really just get myself centred. And that's been a conscious decision, but only now that I'm doing it, I'm seeing some benefits from it.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing this week.
For some reason, because your whole thing is meditation, part of me wonders whether you just sit and meditate all the time. But no. Well, you've got so many things going on. Probably don't have time.
Well, yeah, the more you do it, the more it just becomes part of your life. And there's not really a distinction between one way of thinking and the other. It just transforms into it. It's just another normal part of life. But it's nice to just... be mindful of taking the time to do it.
Yeah, making sure that you do. It's
making
easy
sure
to get too
do.
busy.
Yeah.
Strangest fact. I'm going to let you have this one because you said you had a good one, but you weren't going to tell me what it is.
Yes. Well, I, for the first time at my advanced age, am taking up learning a musical instrument. I had my first lesson last week and it was wonderful, and it's the hang drum or the hand drum.
Oh.
Do you know these things? These round, it's like a metal flying saucer that's tuned like a steel drum, but it's much more portable, and you play it and it's just wonderful.
Cool.
Really good for meditative practice, and I'm looking forward to lesson 2 soon.
So what's the fact about it?
That's it. That's just the fact.
Learning, your fact is that you are learning a new instrument.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's good. I thought you were going to tell me a fact about the instrument. I thought that was a build-up.
No.
Oh, sorry.
That's it.
Bring it back down. Learning of the week. There has been a lot of learnings this week. I think anyone that runs a business, especially if you're running a business for the first time, it's amazing how many things that you still are learning every single day. But which one? Which one would be my learning of the week? I think it is just taking the time to actually do a bit of a spot check and look in, I know you've just mentioned it meditation-wise, but actually where is everything at within your business to make sure that you are still heading in the right direction for where you're going, and that if there has been small little steps that you're thinking, okay, that was only a small thing, soon they all start adding up and you have to go, right, what's happening now?
Yep.
Where are we going? How do we... and what do we learn from it? So there's been a lot of learnings this week, but I probably can't put my finger on the top one, just to make sure that I take the time to actually learn from them.
Yeah, that's a good thing to do. Yeah. Should I talk about my learning of the week?
Go on then, if you've got one.
Well, my learning of the week is reminding myself that if you look at the big picture, sometimes it's good in goal setting to have a big picture. But equally, looking at the big picture can sometimes seem too huge. And we really need to start splitting it right down into actionable steps. And I have been guilty in the last month of looking at a new project that I'm working on and thinking, good God, how am I going to get there? And in actual fact, it is just a series of little steps. So my learning of this week and perhaps of this month is to take a backward step and start looking at splitting things into tiny little steps. And then before you realise it, you've made a huge improvement.
I like that one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Example of something you've kept simple this week. So I think we've got the same example for this one, really, haven't we? We just worked on something for Andrew. You're about to launch, or you're doing some research into launching a new product, aren't you?
Yeah.
And you came in today and said, right, I want to share a video, do some research questions, and I want to send an email to this many people.
Yes,
and
I was confused by all these different
So when
links.
you were putting it together, there was a link that was sending you to watch an email, a link that was sending you to a form to fill in, and a link that was sending you to subscribe. And we sat down and we went, actually, I think we can do all of this in one platform.
Yep.
Which makes it much simpler, and you're much less likely to lose people along the way if they know that you're not sending them all off in different directions.
Yeah, that's hugely important.
Yeah, we've managed to find a nice, simple solution to just finding out a bit more about more information.
Keep it simple, folks.
Yes.
I was making it way too complex.
It's so easy to do.
Huge, yeah, absolutely. There are nowadays with SaaS services, and we're talking about Typeform. Typeform is incredible. I've just come across it in the last couple of weeks, but it's just so simple and beautifully done.
Mm-hmm. Really easy to implement as well. Yeah.
Very.
I'll let you pick the next one.
Okay. How mindful have you been this week? Yes, same
answer
answer as meditation, just taking stock, stepping back. The other thing I've been working on this week is some issues that have come up that I realise are pressing buttons from the past. And I think that's a learning that I'll be talking about more and more to people. It's interesting how many things come up and we react to them, and then with a little bit of mindfulness we realise that we're not reacting to the thing in the moment, we're reacting to how we reacted to a similar circumstance in the past. And that is so common, but it's nice to be mindful about it, and I've caught myself a few times this week being able to think, no, wait a minute, I'm reacting to a memory of something similar. So, I'm glad to have some tools to be able to do that.
Yeah. It does resonate actually quite well. I've not thought about it, but it does. You do, sometimes you find yourself in a situation and you react to it, and then afterwards you're like, but was that how I should have?
Mm-hmm. Was that really what, are you reacting to the moment, or are you reacting to the past?
The thing is projecting as well. Projecting what you think other people meant by something.
Yes.
When actually they were simply asking a question. But because someone previously had asked that question and inferred something with it, you assume that everybody else is inferring something with that same question.
Yep.
Yeah. Anything you're looking forward to next week? So next week it's the Edge finals next week, Scottish Edge. So they are being held here this time in RBS Gogarburn, so over at the exhibition centre. So very handy for me because I can just pop over and then come back and do some work if I've not got too much. If I've got too much to get on with. But yes, they've been split into 2 days this year, so it'll be really interesting to see all the finalists and see who's getting the funding this time. So yeah, that'd be really good to see next week.
That's cool.
I do like the Scottish Edge finals. It's nice hearing the 3-minute pitches and hearing all the amazing things that businesses in Scotland are doing. It's fantastic. The problems that they're solving.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
It's great. Are all the tickets gone?
I don't think so. I think you can actually still book tickets.
Right.
And they're free to come to the finals and watch the last pitches. It's free.
I might just do that. Yeah. Sounds great. I'm now looking forward to that as well.
It's not mine, it's your go.
Okay.
Stealing someone else's go.
Jargon term or abbreviation you've struggled to avoid. Well, nice and simple. I'm guilty of putting LOL in texts, and that's so 18 months ago or so 4 years ago. So I'm noticing people responding to texts I send with ha 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 ha, and I think, is this the new laughter? So that's what it is. Stop being old fashioned with lol.
That's brilliant. It's such a modern term
I know.
for being old-fashioned.
It seems old-fashioned now, so there we go.
How has your mental health been this week? I think all in all, I've managed it quite well. I've had some ups and downs this week, and I've had some very tearful moments, but I've been able to kind of get myself out of them.
Good.
So I think that's probably the main thing. They've not let them get me down for a long time. I've just, in a weird way, just gone, right, I'm crying, I'm going to enjoy crying. It's fine. I'm going to eat lots of chocolate. And then got myself back out of it again.
It's good
yeah.
to notice that you're crying and cry for the sake of crying.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to do.
So I think sometimes it's harder to try not to cry, and then you spend the rest of the day trying not to cry, and you start crying at silly things. That's just me, maybe.
Yeah. Adverts on the television, etc.
I know. And if you'd have just cried in the first place,
yep.
They've all gone away.
Most interesting fact. I've done that one.
Yeah.
Glenn Miller is still missing. Who knows where he is? I don't know. Glenn Miller, it doesn't matter. I can't say any more than that.
Oh. Favourite tactic or platform? Well, I guess we should probably say Typeform actually today for that one, because it has it is very, very useful, and the timer just ran out but didn't ring. I just saw it go. Maybe that's what happened last week as well, that it just wasn't making a noise.
That would do it. There's also a clock. There's a clock there that I can see in my eye line, you see. 11 minutes 40.
But the thing is, you don't know how much time you spoke at the beginning. So that's why we started
probably about a minute.
Minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
Going by the clock.
Going by the clock.
And then we ran out in 10 minutes, yeah. Okay, fair enough. So favourite tactic would be Typeform.
Agreed.
For the ease of use and the amazing information that you can get out of it.
Yep. Excellent tool. Yep.
Fantastic. So that is us for this week. I've learned something new about my phone and my timer once again. I need to get better at that. Next week, I don't have a guest lined up just yet for next week, but I'm sure I will find one. Just drag someone in. Week after.
Thank you very much. Just drag someone in off the street.
That. Not about you. You were pre-booked.
Not even get paid for this, folks.
Pre-booked well in advance.
That's true. My busy diary.
But the week after we're filming 2. We've got 2 to film in 1 week.
Wow.
Which is going to work. One because we call it Future Simple Friday Live, but since we did 2 lives and it hasn't quite worked, it's more live-ish. Recorded live, put out later. So we've got 2 the following week with Peter Riley from STV, commercial director of STV, and with Bruce Walker from Future X. So fantastic.
2 big names there, yeah.
Yes. So next week I will find someone interesting to answer some questions.
As opposed to this week.
Hi, I didn't mean it like that. You're taking, this is where you take everything
I'm just winding
seriously. So thank you very much if you have watched us today, and we will look forward to the more interesting guest that I bring in next.
I
You asked
deserve
for that.
touche.